feel like you're getting the shots you want?
Our ball movement and our movement in general is all better. We were taking hard shots. And we don't need to take hard shots. We got enough guys that can make shots that we can spread people and get step-in shots.
Coach, Wednesday you said that the team was playing out of game plan, out of structure. You think that was a lot better today?
It was better offensively. Defensively, we still don't know what we're doing. The rule changes have made it harder to guard for a lot of reasons. And that cylinder thing that I hate, it's hard to trap anybody. If they pivot into you, it's a foul on you, even though they pivoted into you. So I think everybody's figured that out. We just got a long way to go defensively. We got a gang guard more than what we do. And we don't rotate very well.
You see it improving game to game?
At times. It's better than it was when the season started, but it's still not what I think everybody's used to seeing.
Coach Sagabal was, pretty efficient. 14 points, 17 minutes. Obviously the score of the game, you take him out. But do you have to watch, or I don't want to say limit his minutes, but you kind of have to watch, battle that a little bit as you move, further into December, January, February?
Not really. They asked me about why didn't Beetle play more minutes. He didn't play more minutes because we're trying to get Knapp and Jordan better. And it's the same way with Sags. We know what Sags can do. We got Jordan. Logan deserves to play. He works his butt off, and we've got to continue to bring Andrew along. So it's not a matter of managing their minutes because of Sags' knee or Beetle's hand. It's more trying to get those other guys minutes when we can get them minutes, because now we're getting into the rest of the way here. We're going to have to play our butts off to win. So obviously those guys are going to play more minutes. Right?
Was this a better offensive showing from Brandon Napper?
Once he woke up, he was the first time he was in, he was just standing around. And then I thought the second time he went in, he was much better.
You mentioned a couple times about looking at gapping and you're playing some pipeline principles. How hard would that be to do, to put in, considering you got to teach it to everybody during the season?
We're pretty good at standing around. So, we're just not doing what we do. What we do. You get a guy in a trap. You can't let the guy closest to the ball catch it. You got to make the guy furthest away from the ball trying to catch it. Anytime you trap, you're playing 4-on-3. They're playing 4-on-3. So you have to know who to rotate to. You have to see where the guy's looking to pass the ball. I mean, it's not obviously not rocket science, but there's more to it than I think what people think there is. And I'm serious. I think the rules have negated defense. It's everything to give the offense an advantage.
Would you term Beetle a natural one scorer?
He puts an enormous amount of time in, Bob. So I don't know. I he's obviously got a great touch, but he's in the gym more than anywhere else.
Beetle gets off to that hot start. How important was that as far as getting some momentum early?
I mean, they made some shots early that kind of kept it a little closer than what I wanted it to be, but I don't know. I mean, it's if anybody makes a couple shots, it's good, right? We expect him to. If he gets open shots, he will make them. It's a matter of getting him open. And Jared was defensively was doing some unusual things. So it doesn't matter what anybody does. If you have good ball movement and you have good player movement, you're hard to guard.
Both teams were combining for almost on pace for about 93s early on. I was kind of wondering what you thought about that style of play. Did that have to change at all?
As long as we get step-in threes, they're fine.
Right.
You know, the one that Sykes took at the end, you know, he's backing up. He's not going to make it. He's not going to get it over the rim. The one at West is running this way and then has to stop and turn around. He doesn't get it over the rim. When both of them step into shots, they make them.
Right.
They make the majority of them. But it's that way with everybody. I mean, that's what everybody strives to get, and the guys who can make shots as they're turning, or you know, as they're going full speed or whatever, are the guys that are the great scorers. We don't have a great scorer, but we have a lot of guys. If they take the right shots, they're going to make shots. They're going to make threes. Chase. I talked to Chase the other day about just getting the ball up a little bit more because he was shooting it really flat, and he got it up well early, and then he kind of went back to shooting it flat at the end. It's hard to make a shot when the ball's going about the same height as the rim. It has a tendency to, and I hate those because it's just one, we can't rebound it, and two, it's like an outlet pass.
Bobby didn't turn it over at all today, so pretty good with us in the past couple of games. It's slowing down, looks like. He's maybe listening.
Most of the time. Most of the time.
Work in practice.
He gets a little stubborn sometimes. I've been trying to convince him that, and there's a lot of statistical things to back it up, that he plays much better when he doesn't have the ball in his hands all the time. He's really good at cutting, and then then he was open a bunch early, and we didn't get him the ball. Knapp didn't get him the balls, and that's why I got to play those guys. I got to get them some experience. Because you don't know. I mean, Beetle goes down again. It's going to be Knapp and Jordan. And you never know about those things. So I'm trying to get them as much experience as we possibly can.
Kind of. Good.
Ethan and Beetle kind of go together. I mean, they came in together. They've gone through kind of similar careers almost. How would you explain their journey so far and what they have to do now to take over this team?
When Beetle hurt his elbow, I mean, he was crushed. He was absolutely crushed. He comes in as a freshman and tears his ACL. He's had all kind of injuries throughout his time here, and he really wants to play. I mean, it's just when we were sitting him out of practice and stuff to try to get him healed up, he was an emotional mess. he loves to play. I think Issa doesn't show it quite as much as Beetle, but Issa loves to play too. I think that's the thing that they both have in common. I mean, Beetle's one of those guys that he'll play when he's probably 50.
Not here.
Hmm?
Not here.
Covington probably.
While they were different kind of people, this is kind of is their team, isn't it? I mean,
Trying to make it that. Trying to help them make it that. The other guys respect it. And, you know, Beetle has the ball obviously a lot more than Issa, so they do look to Beetle.
What kind of opportunity is this coming up on Tuesday for you guys?
I think it's great that these guys get to experience playing in the Garden. I don't remember a lot from my playing career, but I remember playing in the Garden. I remember walking in the Garden for the first time. The Knicks were finishing up practice when we walked in. It was, you know, I mean, what they say, it's called the Mecca. And I think that's where guys really develop reputations when they play in that kind of atmosphere. This will be the game of the day, because it's Jimmy V, and
Right.
because all the Jimmy V game gets more publicity than probably any other 3 games or 4 games or whatever, because they're still trying to raise money to find a cure for cancer.
Kind of wondering if you could almost find out as much about your team in this game coming up that maybe you have over the last, like doing this win streak.
If we have everybody available,
Right.
that's been the big if. You know, when obviously, Sags makes a difference back there, and he's a guy you can throw close to and score. And Beetle is by far our best point guard. He's got the most experience. He understands what's going on. He understands pretty much things inside and out. The other guys are going to be good. It's just it'll take a while.
Right.
Bob, what did you think of Jared's clip?
They were a little more athletic than what they looked like on tape. I think it's the state of our game. Nobody passes the ball very well. Or really, nobody passes it. Everything is drive and everything. And it's to a large degree because of what they've done with the rules. We're going more and more European, which I don't understand. We invented the game. We wrote the rules for the game. We've been the best basketball country forever. Why do we want to be like them? They should be like us. I don't understand.
Anything else?
Yeah, Bob, you mentioned the other day wanting to see more from Sags offensively in the paint, down on the block. Seemed like he got away from maybe drifting out of that a little bit today. What was your impression of him?
There's nothing wrong with him drifting out there and shooting it. But he can't just do that. He's got to. He's our best scorer from the block, and we gotta get a couple things fixed with him. But he's as good a low post guy as I don't think we've played anybody better than him.
Coach, thank you.
Yes, sir.